Hi Ishmael, how are you doing? Hi guys, how are you?
Okay.
Alright, so it's now 11 minutes past. I plan to give you guys half an hour to finish off the preparation at 6:30. But if people come to my class late, I'm not giving them a half an hour, you know. So um, you need to send that message out because I'm serious about it. All right, so this is now 5:14. I think
Sir,
yes, yes, there is.
good afternoon.
Afternoon.
I just got an email from Miss Malcolm
Mm-hmm.
said that she's seen me as unregistered. I
Mm-hmm.
paid quite a bit of the school fee. I brought in the receipt and everything. I got the payment plan, but I did not get a acceptance letter. She was saying something about acceptance letter.
Mm-hmm.
So,
All
oh,
right, do me a favor, please.
yeah.
Oh, Lord. Send me a copy of the receipt,
Oh, okay.
or receipts, and I'll work on that because I don't know what them up to.
Oh,
So just send me a copy of those, and I will work on it for you.
okay, sir. Let me
Has anybody else received such a letter?
go and take the picture right now.
Has anybody received such a letter from Dr. Malcolm McGenry, your unregistered status?
Yes, sir. I got an email.
You got an email? All
Yes.
right. So I'm going to ask that you act upon it. You know, so it is it is important that we have some levels of communication coming in um, to the institution as it relates to that. I don't want um, I don't want you guys to be disenfranchised. I know some, yeah, let me be careful of what it is that I'm saying. It is said that your mid-semester exams, students will be allowed to do mid-semester exams, once they see registration status. Hold on a minute, please. The registration status. So I'm going to ask that you, mm, uh, you know, make some contact with me as it relates to a little payment. Make contact with students finance, and I'm in contact now with two persons. So those of you who are here gathered, is it everybody? Yeah. No, it's not all of you. Who is missing? One, two, three, four, five. Somebody's missing. Who is missing? Or Dion is missing. All right. So some level of contact will be made. I know two persons have made contact with me already, and I know two persons are also seeking sponsorship. Just awaiting a letter the, from the institution. And Shireen, you're now saying that you have not gotten your acceptance letter. That must come in also. So
Sir,
um,
who, so get that from Student Affairs,
it's
just,
supposed to no, it's supposed to be sent to you and copied to me or Mrs. Williams. So I need to work on that because I know the others would have received. Um, yeah, but I'll speak to them about that. So the other two students, Gabby and Ishmael, you need to have some level of communication with me so I can be in a position. I want when they call me, because I know they're going to call me, I can speak from a position of I know for each and every one of you. All right. So, but that's it. Let us go on. All right. So I trust that you guys are comfortable. Um, at one point in time, I just sent out a message to say that my half an hour gift to you guys today wasn't intended to be at the start of the class. As I recognize that you guys are slow in coming in. Thanks for coming out. Really trust and hope that you are prepared for the mid semester that in another hour and 40 minutes, 42 minutes to be exact, and that you just go in there with an open mind. You will be fine. Just go in there with an open mind. You'll be fine. Fine. One of the things that I would say to you, and even for my course, you must maximize on coursework activities as a just in case. If a final assessment or a mid-semester assessment does not go in your favor. So you must maximize. I say this in in relation particularly to my class. Complete your assignments on Edico. Ensure that it is done. When I give you your quizzes, you're going to do your very best so that you maximize here. So in the event that you were to fall down and you miss the A, at least you can get a B plus. But if you push the foot around the the every piece of coursework and you end up getting a C something, and then you do the mid semester and you fall down, and you do your final assessments and you fall down, it means that you're not going to have anything to cushion on, and
Sir,
that is dangerous. Yes, dearest.
for me, it's not intentional, but I just can't seem to get the time to even do. There's just too much. I don't know. You have all these assignments and groups. That's why I'm not even thinking of paying the rest of the school fee, no, sir, because
No,
I don't
guess what?
even know.
No, well, guess what? Guess what? Put it this way. Um, and I do have a problem using. I heard you, and I took time out today to respond to your message. Um, it is never ever an easy task to study part time, and especially when you're doing a bachelor's program. When you're doing an associate degree program, it's fine because that's a lower level. Now, when you reach a bachelor's, the expectation is so much more. Sure, I can tell you at one point in time I was working full time and doing a program that was scheduled to be full time at the university. And truth is, I got a government scholarship to pursue the course, but I applied for the government scholarship. I got the government scholarship, but the government did not inform me that I was the recipient of the scholarship, that I was successful in my interview for the scholarship. And I was working and paying my school fee just like what you guys are doing. And in the second semester of the first year of the program, I got a letter from the ministry to say that they recognize that I am in receipt of whatever number of payments, salary payments, and it's unlawful and regulated, and I have to repay the salaries for that and that and that. And I said, but they're crazy. The amount of money that you're paying me, you're paying for the course that I'm studying is chicken feed, and then you want me to pay back all of the salary because I'm not supposed to be working. I said, guess what? I said, take back on the scholarship. Have a nice day. Thank you. And I just wrote them out and said, take it back. This somebody else who want it. Right? I don't need it again because I mean, one, you guys took such a long time. Imagine, this is the start of the second semester in the program, They're saying this to me. And I would have already made arrangements. If you told me that if you put all of this up front, I would have put things in place so that I could better, set myself up. Point I'm making is it was difficult. As you're saying, sure, the paying of the school fee is not the issue. It was difficult just to work full time. And on top of that, I was teaching chemistry. I was teaching chemistry at the time. And I had to come in and set up my labs for my students. And I have an 8 o'clock class, so I have to reach work from 7:15 the latest. Do all of that, run out, go up to school for class, to an 8 to 10 class, come back down, teach a 10 to 12 class, and miss piece of my class up there and run back up. And one day I got caught. The program coordinator said, I know you're working full time, right? And I'm going to kick you out of the program. And guess what? I used to hide her. I used to just go into the class and just crawl and just sit down and just don't pay them no mind. But guess what? It was difficult. It was difficult. But I said to you, that's what I said to you, the hotter the battle, the sweeter the victory. You will make it because anywhere at all you go, you're going to be feeling the same way because it's the same level of work for a bachelor's program. So I'm not watering it down, Cher. I hear you. I understand you. That is three things you have to process and balance: work, home, and school. I'm not even talking about your personal care. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about balancing home, balancing work, balancing school. I know it's rough, but the stick to itiveness
I
is
know you
what
have
is
to
going to be very
balance.
important. Yes, Ishmael.
I know you have to balance COVID also.
Oh Lord Jesus, don't even remind me about that one. I'm listening to President-elect Trump and sorry, President-elect Trump, Robert Schlag, President-elect Biden and Harris just addressing. And one of the things that I'm so impressed about is that they don't come into office yet, but they have put aside set up a task force to deal with this coronavirus because this morning the United States recorded over 200,000 new cases of coronavirus. Yesterday they recorded 160,000 plus new cases. The day before was 160 plus, and the day before that day was 160,000 new cases. So you're talking about in 4 days. The first 3 days they are recording 160,000 plus new cases, and yesterday alone it's um 200,000 new cases. I'm saying this has nowhere to go, guys. I'm just going to ask you to be safe. If you have family members of foreign, tell them say you love them, but this Thanksgiving time of them yard, don't go nowhere. It's rough, and don't take the telephone calls from them. Unless Corona start now for come to telephone. Let us continue. All right, so tonight's class, I have completed now units 1, 2, and 3. Um, I am now beginning to feel a little nervous. I'm beginning to feel a little worried because when I look at the outline, I recognize that there are quite a number of other areas that we have to go through. So this coming to class and reviewing reviewing work that was already done and so forth will have to be a thing of the past. When I present the material on a Tuesday, Thursday, again, sure, I put you under pressure. I'm not going to be able, like going to be doing tonight, doing my revision so that you guys can be fully prepared for your test on Tuesday. I may not be in a position to continue with that sort of delay with the topic because I want you to fully get it. I must complete the syllabus. I'm about to project the curriculum to show you exactly where I'm at. Then I'm going to go through the worksheet, correct all of your misconceptions and questions, so forth and so on. And hopefully that will take us up to 6:30, and we can I can give you that little final half an hour. I'm going to be a man of my words and give you that half an hour to do your final preparation for your mid-semester environmental statistics. All right, so it says for my, can you see the screen by the way?
Yes, sir.
Hold on a minute, please. All right, So I'm just responding to messages in the group, in the chat. All right, so okay. All right, so the introduction of the environmental statistics, and it's there on your, it's there on your editor software. When you click on syllabus, you'll see this very copy of what I'm looking at now. I'm talking about the uses and abuses of statistics. Then you speak of those things, descriptive statistics, inferential statistics. We've already gone through those. Presentation of data. We've just completed the presentation of data. We would have gone through all of that. You'd have seen that. We've already looked at the measures of central tendency. All right. So where I'm at now is the measures of dispersion. The measures of dispersion really talk about range, interquartile range, variation, standard deviation, right, and skewness. And those are some heavy calculations. And when I say heavy, I don't want to scare you, but it's merely calculations with a lot of formulas. All right. And then I'm going to move into some PDFs. Probability distribution functions, which is our fifth topic. And then we are going to go through some sampling theories, which is what you guys have on stuff. But this is just really reading stuff, and I want to get the calculations out of the way quick and fast. So which is why I'm not doing 6 just yet. And 7, we're talking about linear regression and correlation. Not a bad topic. And I think I like how Editasoft has done it. I've taught a course before where they did linear regression and correlation, and it wasn't bad. And then number 8 is the introduction to statistical software package, and that's the end of the curriculum. So really and truly, I'm not worried about number 8. I'm not worried about number 8. So I have 1, sampling theory 2, 3. I have 4 more areas in which to cover. We have 4 weeks left within this semester, and then we're going to have an extra week thereabout. So I will have to be going and going quick and fast. I have to be going and going quick and fast in order to complete. All right. So what I may do is, instead of sitting and preparing all of those notes, which takes a lot of time, might I add, I may just go ahead now and just click to the Editasoft tutorials and just do those tutorials in class and the explanations, and then we just move on from there. So that's something for me to think about, because I now have to increase the pace at which I am moving in order to complete the curriculum. As I said before, the measures of dispersion is really not bad. And so not a bad topic. PDFs, not a bad topic. This topic here about sampling theory is just for you to read and to know of the different types of sampling methods. And then our final calculation method with linear regression and correlation, which is really not difficult either. I can guarantee you that one. It's really not difficult. Okay, so just to let you know that we have quite a bit to go through. So for tonight, I trust that you have your calculators and your graph papers. And I also trust that you were able to complete the assignment. I know Sher said that, well, sir, I get a chance to look on that, because I was up trying to see if I can get some more reading done up for the stuff. So let me just ask, were you able to do any more of the calculations? I know it was specially requested that, I put some additional questions, and I thought that was so nice. So I sat up and did some more questions. I'm just asking, were you able to do any of the questions that we did? Yes, no, maybe so. Those who can't talk type, please, so that I can know, so we can just move on quickly with the calculations. Don't want to just stress this out. I want to give you some time off. And incidentally, this half an hour that I'm giving you, I'm taking it back here.
Ishmael, answer sir now. Let us get this class going and move on. If you do it, you do it. If you don't, tell sir that you didn't do it.
Something too, yeah.
You're just taking up so much time waiting on responses.
We think so too, sure. That's the challenge that I have with the group. Okay, so just answer and say no, do it, no, guys. I mean, it's a simple question. I know Dawn and Sheldon are challenged with microphone, but those who have the microphone, just start now so we can just move on. All right. So we asked earlier in the question we said the question two that you had for homework. We said the distribution of marks. Did I do this one already in class? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Yes, we did. Yeah, this was what we did in class. Was it Lord? No.
So we're
All
not
right.
seeing a screen here.
Oh, sorry. Maybe that's why you're not even telling me that we did the question share screen. Uh, did I do the homework one in class? Did I start the homework one this one in class? No. Yes,
So
I
the
started
one
it. I started this one because
that's
I
the
remember
Right.
I was using the cumulative
The
frequency at
70,
70. Right.
right.
Yeah. So we started this one. Oh, what you were supposed to do for me was to plot the graph because we agreed with the mean at the 47.5. We agreed on the median, and I think that's what we did. We never finished because time was against us, I think, and we would have gotten, or did we? But whatever it is, we would have gotten our 44.5. All right. So I think we should. It's good for us to start here. The distribution of points of some Form 4 students on a television quiz is shown in the table below. It says the use a group frequency distribution to determine the mean, the mode, to estimate the median mark, and to calculate the mean mark. All right. What I want you to do very quickly for me, as we are preparing for mid semester. They ask us to calculate to determine the mode. They ask us to do the median mark. They also ask us to do the mean mark. There are several things that must be filled out in this table. Can you quickly draw up the table and fill out the information in the table just for me to know that you guys know exactly what to put in the table? I'm not doing it because you will have to produce this next class. So quickly, I'm giving you 5 minutes to get the table drawn up and put in the different columns. I think I may have worked this question already, but quickly, 5 minutes, starting now. Thank you.
Sir, so
Yes,
long.
dearest. Yes, what? No, yes, sorry. I'm here.
So I'm not really clear as to what to do now because I have 4 columns. How much columns are? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hmm.
So with what else column
All
I
right.
would
So
need?
if you look at the question, it says use the group frequency distribution to determine the mode,
Oh,
to determine the median mark, to determine the mean mark. So in order to do the mean, the mode, the median, you're going to need several things. One, you're going to need first thing you're going to need to calculate the mean, you're going to need a what?
the frequency.
No,
Sorry,
before you reach your frequency, you're going to need
the data, the raw data.
no man, no, you don't need the raw data because this is
the
group data.
midpoint.
You're going to need a midpoint.
Oh,
You said frequency. Do we have the frequency already?
I have the frequency, I have the sum of the frequency, and I have the cumulative
Right,
frequency.
but somebody was saying the frequency. I think Gabby was saying the frequency. Do we have a frequency?
As in the total for
No, no,
frequencies.
no, 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 no. I mean, I asked you the question, answer the question I'm asking you. I want to make sure that you know, you understand. Do we already have a frequency?
Yes, sir. They have a
What's the frequency?
the number of students.
Very good, very good. All right. So I just wanted to find out that you recognize. So yes. So in order to calculate the mean mark, we're going to be needing the midpoint, and which is going to be our x. The number of students will be our frequency, which is f. We're also going to be needing another column, f times x. To do the median mark, we're going to be needing what? The cumulative frequency. So we may need something with the cumulative frequency. Do we need a tally column?
Not really, sir.
No,
What? No, not is either not is either yes or no. What do you mean by not really?
No, sir. I
I
don't.
don't
When do
think
we
we need
when do we use a tally column?
when we're trying to get the frequency.
When we're trying to when we're doing the frequency distribution table,
Right.
right? So I don't know if that answers your question now, Sherry. You know exactly what it is that you need. So you don't need a tally column because you're not talking about raw data for which you are grouping. You are already given the grouped data. So you're going to need a midpoint, which is going to be your x. The number of students will be your f, your frequency. Then you're going to need your f times x. You're also going to need the cumulative frequency as it relates to calculating the median mark. So just go ahead quickly for me and do that. You have 3 minutes left.
What's happening? Good night.
There.
Woo!
We're doing that question on the screen.
Oh,
Grab the table.
I'll be man after the exam and send it to him. I know he's probably hearing me right now, but I can't sing.
All right, finish.
No, sir.
Mr. Sean, good
Hey,
evening.
Dion. How you do?
I'm not too bad. I'm gonna ask you see, that when I finish the exam, I'm gonna just do the problem and send it to you.
Which exam are you talking about?
Father? No, yeah, brother.
Which
Which
exam are you talking?
exam will I got to your class, sir?
Oh, you said when you do the exam, you're going to just submit it to me?
No, I said this that you just put up here now. I will do it after the exam and I will send it to your WhatsApp or
No,
your email.
I don't agree with that.
I agree with it though. So I know that you will look at it.
Hey, Susie, I was sorry, I was having a challenge getting in, but I worked around it. Yeah, it was the same issue, but I worked around it. What I recognize apparently, the link does not work, so I have to type in the passcode and the pass something because that's having the same issue. Mm-hmm. And that doesn't work. That's what I'm saying to you. What I had to do to get into the class, no. And it doesn't work. What I have to do, miss, is to put in the password, and the number. Yes, yeah. And that's what I got in. Long time. Bless up. Cool, thanks. All right, so I was having a challenge getting into the class tonight again, and I said to myself that it will not happen. So I was prepared to go ahead and use my personal Zoom account because it would not have happened. I would not have that. But anyhow, yes, Leon. So I am not in agreement with that. I'm in agreement with having this thing done up. We have to be able to do that. I'm giving you half an hour already to do your final prep. So let's go. All right. So we got our table. What would be the median mark for what would be the median mark?
Sir, I have 50.5.
Okay. Anybody else? How you get 50.5? Look at my table and tell me how you. How you get 50.5?
So the middle mark?
Oh, no, for the middle mark. Oh no, I wanted you to just look at all the midpoints and tell me if you agree with all of those.
Yes, sir, those are what I have.
Cumulative frequency?
Sir?
No, I'm asking, is the cumulative frequency also correct?
My accumulative. Frequency. Wait. Third, oh, this is like a different. No, the same question.
It's not the same question. It looks similar. I just changed some of the numbers.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm hearing from
Right,
Dawn.
so,
Dawn is saying yes. Okay, thank you, Dawn.
yes, sir. So I have those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, sir. I have 4,750 What you say? You changed some of the numbers? So something is off.
No man, you see, that was the question before, you know. This is a question that I just projecting on. No man, the question before, hold on. I think you're getting something mixed up. The question that we did in class before was
Yeah.
4,750.
Oh, so a different question.
Yeah man.
Ay.
It's a different question. And that's what I'm saying. I only changed some of the numbers. It's a different question, man. Yeah. Okay. I got what it is that you're saying now. So just look quickly at it for me, please.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a different question.
okay.
Hush. So I'm giving you an opportunity to have a look at it again. I'm giving you another 2 more minutes. All right, so Dawn is in agreement. All right, Dawn, just hold on. Ishmael, I don't hear from you. Dion, I need to hear from you. Gabby, I'm not hearing from you. So go ahead and just...
Because I didn't finish, but I
Okay,
just
all right.
come the data and everything that I calculated is in correlation with yours.
Okay, so you agree with what I have?
Yes, sir.
All right, good. Ishmael,
All
please
right,
support.
sir. The cumulative
Uh-huh.
is what you do again. What you do to the midpoint and something else. I don't remember.
What do you mean midpoint and something else? No, it's two different things. No, cumulative is different from midpoint.
All right, how you get the
Cumulative.
cumulative?
The
Oh,
first
it's
ones
not-
are the same. Oh, no, sorry. It's only doing tests. Can somebody explain that to Dion for me, please? How did we arrive at the cumulative frequency?
So is adding the number of the frequency from above. Say 19 would be first, 19 plus 24 give you 43, 43 plus 25 give you 68, the 18 plus 68 is 86, 14 plus 86 is 100, and you should
Very good.
always add up back to the frequency total that you have over here, or the number of
Excellent.
students.
Excellent.
So the 90 plus 24 give you 43. Oh, okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this one is. So what else are the mean mark for this one?
The mean mark. For,
Yeah, 47.3.
I think so. Sounds familiar. The mean mark. No, the mean mark is 47.3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on there. Wait, it's not 47.3, George Jesus. It's supposed to be 47.3 because that is, you don't know what happened. No, I did not put in my mean mark, but the mean mark is 47.3 because that's 4730 divided by 100.
Yeah.
So that's copy, paste, MEAN. I'll fix it up and just put 47.3 after. Yeah. And remember how to get the mean from there. So it's going to be the total sum of f of x divided by your f. The sum of all of this divided by that is that. All right. Look at the mode. I'm only worried about you guys putting in the mode because when I marked your little pop quiz, I saw a whole lot of things, and I will spend some time to talk about those tonight. I saw some whole lot of something. All right, but see if you can work at that one for me, please. Let me just put back this table so people, persons who are still working on it can double check. Guys, I want you to talk to me, please. I want you to talk to me. Um,
Oh,
have
what?
we have we done the mode already?
Oh, the more I find first, I mean, I find no sir, but
No, that's fine. Whichever one you want to find. Whichever one, whatever the question asks. What I'm worried about um is that the group sometimes get very silent, and I don't know if work is going on, and I don't want that to happen. So,
we're concentrating.
okay, all right, forgive me, I'm disturbing. All right.
Mm. Mm.
Oh, sir. Oh, sir, gone.
Yes, son. No,
Oh,
I'm here.
I had to take a phone call for 1 quick second.
Okay. So I was asking if you did the mode.
I got the mode.
Nice. What is up for your mode? Let us see.
43.
Let me see if
Is
I
that
got the
correct?
same thing. Yes.
Okay.
And
So
your
the call disrupted me from a median.
Okay, all right. Hurry up and do the median for me,
All
please.
right.
Thanks, Cher.
Okay.
Gabby, I know that you're working. Sheldon and Dawn 3 and 4, but not the graph. Oh, okay. Dawn, please to type. So Dawn completed questions 3 and 4. Very good, Dawn. Can you say if you are in agreement with the 47.3 for the mean and the mode at 43? And just state your other answers. And
I
then,
agree with the mean. I'm going to do
Mhm.
the mode now. I agree with the mean. I'm going to do the mode now.
Did you, and median, you said you do?
Yes, sir. We finished the median now. We do the mode. And I'm
Okay,
saying
what you get for the median?
I got 86.1.
Excuse you? 86.1? Check that, please. Check that again.
Sir, could you scroll back up to the table? Let me get some data. Okay, thanks.
Sir, one to the 19. When I saw you scroll down, you didn't add the 19 to it.
The 19? For what? What are you talking about? Sorry, sure. The 19?
Okay, sure.
19, remember, B is a cumulative frequency, B is a cumulative frequency above the median group. So the median group is G. See, this is a median group at 25. So
Isn't
B
it
is,
cumulative frequency you're supposed to use and not the frequency?
no, mom, it is the frequency that you use.
Trevor said B is the cumulative frequency of the group before the median group.
which
So,
would have been 43.
so because they already add the 19 and 24, that's why I just use the 43.
That's what it is. So this is a cumulative frequency of the median group. See, before the median group. See, the median group here 25. So what Sheldon was always saying, and and I can understand why Sheldon was saying it. You remember I told you I did module 3 before I did module 2. So some of the things in module 2, when I was going through it, like the distribution, frequency distribution, you already knew how to do that because I've already taught you that in the for the cumulative, for the measures of central tendency. Now Sheldon's take was, sir, why don't you put in the cumulative frequency? Because since you have to calculate the cumulative frequency for these two, just put in the cumulative frequency column so we know what it is already. So
The cumulative frequency for the group 21 to 40 is 43.
yes, and a 43 we have.
Yes, sir, but one to the for the 1 to 20, it's the cumulative frequency for that is 19.
No, but you're not going to use that.
Why not,
Remember
sir?
B. Remember B. Remember B is a cumulative frequency above the median group, and
Not
G.
frequencies, sir, but
What?
frequency. It's not frequencies, but frequency, as in one.
I'm adding the frequencies to give me the cumulative frequency. So
Sir,
I'm
I
adding.
know what is Gabby's issue. I can explain it to her.
Go ahead, please.
All right, Gabby, the
Yeah.
19 and the 24 in this frequency range, that is what actually give you the 43.
I know that.
Right.
So what I'm
What
saying,
is it then, Gabby?
sir, I'm saying the cumulative frequency for the group 21 and 40 is 43, but the cumulative frequency for the 1 to 20 is 19. So why
And you are
not use
confused.
both of them instead of
Oi.
just
Listen to
one?
me. I'm going to say it one more time. So we're not going to question why we don't use something. I'm going to tell you what it is that we need to use. So I'm saying to you, we're adding the frequencies to get the cumulative frequency for the group or groups above the median group. What it means, say, is that this is a median group, 25 is a median group. True or false?
Yes, sir.
Good. So I'm adding the frequencies of that, the ones that are above it, which is really and truly the cumulative frequency. So it means, say, anything will come above this 25, we're going to add in. So then 19 plus 24 is equal to 43. See, try to here, so that's the cumulative frequency. That's the cumulative frequency, that's a 43. So I'm not adding this again to this because it means that I'm going to be doubling up the cumulative frequencies.
Sir, but just to look back on the other question, in the previous homework, sir, you used both the 25 and the 17. So that's why I'm asking, why not use both the 43 and 19 in this case?
The 25 and the 17 was the frequencies that I used, Gabby. That's what I'm saying to you.
So that's what I'm asking, sir. Why don't you use both the 43 and the 19 instead of just the 43? Is it because it's cumulative frequency why you just use the 43, sir?
Yes, miss. That's what I've been saying all along, Gabby.
Okay. Just what needed that to be clarified, sir.
Is it clarified? You're sure it's clarified, Gabby?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Gabby, tell me why I'm
The
using only
reason
the
why I
43.
got because you add you add the 19 and the 24 to get the 43. That's the cumulative frequency for 21 to 40.
Why am I not using this 19?
Because it's cumulative frequency, sir.
Because the 19 was already used in order to get this 43.
So that's why I got the 86.1, sir.
No,
Because
hold
I
on.
added the
Hold on. You just cut me off a while ago. You see why I'm not using this 19? Because the 19 was previously used over here to get this 43.
43, yeah.
All right, good. Jeez, what am I going to do something?
What do you, sir? Guess a G.
I just remember that I was supposed to respond to an email today. Oh my Lord. 1 minute, please. Please.
Yes, sir. I got the 46.1. Dan, were you the one that was responding to my question?
No, Gabby, me. Shireen.
Sorry. Yeah, that's why I mean to ask the question.
Yeah, Mr. Wayne, go right here with the 19 up. So you add this 19 with this 43. So that's why.
Yeah, because it was already used.
Already.
Yeah, I have to clarify these things because you know.
And them kind of tricky.
Indeed added, so.
Yeah.
You gotta watch out.
And we just have to practice the there. So much you got 46.1?
Yeah, I'm get the 46.1.
Yeah, I got that.
I was added 19 and get the 86. Oh my god, these equations are so hard to remember.
Oh, we have more.
But if it FM minus FM1. Remember that, man. Yeah. Try them as much as possible so it's sticking on my brain. W over FM minus FM1 or FM1 plus 2. FM1 minus plus FM1 minus FM minus FM2. FM plus 1. Focus 40.5. I'm on 24, that's the median. It's the frequency before the modal group. Group before the modal group is 24. So plus 24. FM is the frequency of the modal group, so it's 25. And 24. This is 20, 120, 220, 3, 4, 5, 6, 20, 27.
Gabby, fix it now?
Oh, yes, sir.
You got the 46.1?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Thanks, Gabby and Sherry. Dion, you're not talking to me. I mean, I asked if you got the same answers as I have for the mean, mode, and median. Asking the same question to Sheldon and Ishmael. Dion.
Yes, sir.
The blood is against silence from you tonight.
What is FM2? I missed now. I'm forwarding the notes. FM plus 1 is what again? The frequency of what, sir?
FM?
FM plus 1.
FM is no man. It's the
frequency of. I missed the word. Frequency of what?
We're talking about FM. F subscript M. It's going to be the modal group, which is here.
Below the modal group.
Oh, FM
which
minus
is
one or FM
what
plus one?
is +1?
FM plus one, I said, sir, is the frequency.
Sorry,
Is
forgive me, ma'am. Don't rush me. Forgive me. FM plus one is beneath the modal group. Thanks, Cher. And
I forgot
FM is
that
the
word.
modal group, and FM minus one is above the modal group. Yeah. So if you one of the ways I was saying for you to remember it is just write it, identify the modal group. And when you identify the modal group, you just do something like that. Then this is FM minus one,
Yes,
FM
sir.
plus one.
That's how I do it. It's just
Yeah,
because
man.
I get a word in it a while ago.
You see, that is the problem. You love putting words and extra stuff in. There's something you're gonna mash you up.
I was in, sir, when I was writing it, oh, what they mean, I forgot some of the
No,
words
okay,
have
got you.
a frequency.
All right. So Ishmael.
Mm-mm. Sir, call Ishmael name, so.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
No, me no want you just be there. You need to be talking to me.
Yeah, I answered, but you were talking. I said that I was slightly off.
Okay, slightly off with what, Ishmael? Let me hear. Let me hear where it is. All right. Let me tell you why I am asking the questions, and I'm feeling now that I may not need to ask any more questions. You know why? And just work the questions and just call it a night. I am doing this because I know that you guys are going to be affected by something very similar come next week for your mid semester, which would have technically should have been tonight, like right now. Um, but I decided to push it back because I know you had another one. You are going to go into the exam and you're going to be making the same errors. So if
Sir,
I were you, I'd be asking all the questions that I need to ask now. But I'm different from you guys, so maybe I just need not to
sir,
ask
you
the
said
question.
43 is what you got for the mode?
43, I
Understand?
believe, is what I got for the mode. Yeah. Yes, 43 is what I got for the
I got
mode.
the
Yeah,
40.
I got that too,
All
Gabby.
right. Okay, very nice. All right, so are there any questions? Once, twice, three times? Moving on.
Oh,
All
sir.
right. Okay, so um, I did not do. Oh, sorry. Hmm? I should not move on to say. It says to construct a histogram. I must see a drawing of the.
Sir, so you're supposed to take a picture of books and give you?
Take a pic and put it in the group. Yeah. Take a pic, put in a group, and I can project those and just have a look at them. So I need for you to use your graph paper now, even before we move on. Even if I don't get the chance to go through question 4 and 5, now we don't want to do one of them. But anyhow, I did say to you that I'm going to let you out at 6:30. It's now 9 minutes past. I think we should spend some time looking at the graph because um, you may very well get a graph to plot. Who to tell? So I need to see that you know how to do the histogram. So go ahead and do the histogram for me, please. And guess what? We have 20 minutes more. If you don't want the half an hour, I have no problem. I can go up until 7 o'clock. So everything is now dependent upon you, whether or not we're going to use it exactly 20 minutes or it is that I will take my 50 minutes. Plot the histogram for me, please.
So our question, sir, for the polygon, frequency polygon, it would have to be on
For the
exact.
for the polygon one, Ishmael?
Yeah, I'm asking. It would have to be exactly calibrated with a compass and everything.
No, sir. So the frequency polygon is constructed from the histogram.
Okay.
And you're finding the midpoint of the histogram up top and connect it to get the frequency polygon. So do the histogram first and then the frequency polygon follows thereafter.
All right.
That's all. Please ensure that you're working. Yes, honey.
But I'm not in the frequency. I think, right.
So there are several things that I'm going to be looking at or looking for. Thing one is how it is that you're going to be calibrating your graph. No two students will calibrate the graph. Well, the whole class will not calibrate the graph the same way because the graphs can be calibrated differently. So you
Not so, not so. It can be.
also
What you mean, sir? I thought it much, so it's just one way.
Thank you very much. Is it Ishmael or Shalom?
no, that was Ishmael.
Exactly, Ishmael.
No, depending on what scale I use. If I gave you a scale with which to, for what it is that you're going to be using, everybody will have the same thing. But I can have, if I ask you to come up with your own scale, the graphs will look different in dimension. But when you read off, you should get the same answer. So somebody may say 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. But we'll recognize that when you do that on your graph, based on the graph paper that you'll be using, remember, Dion, you photocopied your graph paper, so you may not have that much vertical to go for the frequency. Whereas somebody may say, you know what, I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So right there,
Okay.
your scale is different. How it is that you have calibrated the graph is different. So no, the whole class may not necessarily have the same calibration unless it is that you're given the calibration, what it is to use. Use 2 centimeters to represent 5 units on the y-axis and use 4 centimeters to represent um, a class interval on the x-axis. Unless you're given that, everybody should have the same graph. Outside of that, you may have the same graph, but you can also have a graph that looks different. Is that clear?
Kind of understand, sir. But for this example, what's the calibration we should use?
No, man, I want you to find it. You go ahead and use it. I'm not telling you what to do. You go ahead and find how it is that you're going to be calibrating.
And how long is the exam?
I'm not sure yet. The paper is here, but I'm not sure yet. I will time it accordingly. It's not going to be longer than 2 hours.
Should be 3.
Okay.
My husband wants feedback on the quiz.
Your husband wants feedback from the quiz?
Yep.
Let me just check my class register
My
to see.
my school husband, okay?
Oh, your school husband. Oh, I thought it was I was about to check to see if I have another Wilson in my class. But who is your school husband now?
Sheldon Manning.
So he wants. Can we have some feedback on the quiz? Oh, absolutely. You can go into your editor soft and you can look at the feedback. Papers were marked. They were uploaded to your editor soft, and
Sir, I still don't do that quiz yet.
no, man, you have. That was a test that I did,
Oh,
that we did in class.
Oh,
But yes, I want you to hurry because I intended to speak on the in general terms on that quiz. So when you go to, do me a favor, in order for you to find the quiz, the feedback on the quiz, go to your Dropbox. So you need to click on Dropbox, and then you can view your test papers. I re-uploaded your test papers to your Dropbox and to your marks and you know 1 or 2 comments on some of the papers.
That sounds funny.
Oh. I need to start hearing my phone going off. So it is that I can hear, I can
Sir,
see the graph.
sir, I just got graph paper, so
You just got graph paper, like we mean just.
like literally a while ago, cause when I tried to get some from yesterday, but it
You
was
should have gotten the graph paper from Tuesday. All right. So anybody has anybody complete? You know, guys. You know, I know what to do. I know what to put on the paper come Tuesday. I'm not fighting with that soul. Loving it too much for fight with you know. I ain't fighting with that soul. Just make sure it's in the passing test here. Or else you see a different chant on in class Thursday next week this time I'll be in there.
Well, you had nothing to say on mine other than you just dropped the grade. So, and I
That's my
kind of
grades.
figured, oh boy.
It's,
Anyway,
it's, it's so like funny though. The time you're supposed to plot in the graph, you go and edit to go and look on the grade.
yeah, well, that's important.
Oh,
Sir, I will pass your test. You don't worry about it. Okay? Your test will be passed. Didn't I pass the others? I will pass this one too. With God's help. And all the host of angels that you have sent.
okay.
And get through this.
Sometimes we have sorry to sound like I'm rushing you, but I really want to hold true to my promise with of the 6:30 so that I can give you that half an hour for your final review. But I must see my graph, and if I don't see the graph, I'm not going to be dismissing you guys because I need to see the graph. So the ball is in your court. I'm not going to go through the other questions, just for the sake of seeing the graph and then seeing the frequency polygon plotted on that graph. I'm having a challenge finding a software. Why never thought of that?
sir. We can try Google Sheets.
It's all right. No, something aha moment just came to me. Why not just plot the graph on paper and just upload it and show you guys? That's all I'm gonna do. Yeah, man, it's all right. I'll use the other half an hour and plot and
Oh,
find my
sorry,
graph paper.
sir, are you waiting to respond to my WhatsApp message of the exam?
Which was that message?
I sent you pictures of the answers of the mock exam.
Oh, that's a different course, right?
Yep. So I'm asking, are you waiting to
Yeah, I have not. I'm in the process of downloading those. I haven't started marking those yet.
Okay, okay.
Hey, lady, me know you put me under pressure, you know. You hear me?
Don't stop pressure him like pressure cooker.
Thanks, Leon.
You're welcome. You're pressuring me too. I love you. You love me. In a great big hug and a kiss from me to you. And say you love me too. It's a shine. It's all love.
I hope I can say the same thing when I mark the paper next week. Oh, Dion, it's all love.
Were you saying it when you were marking the quiz?
And guess what? Two different something this year. All right, that's all I'm saying now.
The what?
I mean, now go sing. I love you, you love me, we're all me gonna sing is come back to me, cause nothing but not do me. 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock, you still love me, yeah. All right, so you come in good singing, you come in DJ. All right.
Woo! Sheldon, help me. Sheldon is writing.
So this is working. Oh, look at hurt me already.
May I see the graph, please? Has anybody completed the graph yet? Even if you don't do the frequency polygon just yet, and you have done the histogram, just send me the histogram, and then we can continue working the frequency polygon, and then you can resend it. I just need at least one person to send me the graph so that I can project the graph and we can have conversations on the graph. And incidentally, if you were to get this on your paper on Tuesday, I do not want a print out of a graph paper from the internet on the computer. I need your actual graph sheet.
Oh yeah, sir.
Okay, let me see it
Are
already.
you gonna buy? You're gonna buy it for this? The school is providing it.
Okay. Just as though we're providing your internet for your class, sure.
What, sir? I don't know, sir. I think we should have even paid the full $300 then, because we have to use the light and free Wi-Fi if you access.
Thank you very for them girl. Thank you very much. Liberty.
Sponge pan people Wi-Fi.
Liberty. No, true. Them talking is very expensive because that's all we get. Talk, talk, talk. That's why it's very expensive. And that we are paying for. And for them, no, make we get to enter class. That's what we're paying for. Records that.
Yeah, my yeah, we know. I'm not afraid if you talk up, you know.
Me no business neither. Me I pay too much money. I pay too much money for just somebody talk to me. Me not come in a class, come in a school for the nothing. You understand? It's not fair. It's not right.
Rubbishness. I'll say what that's a rubbishness.
Him not say nothing, you know. Oh, you know why?
Why? You know I get it. Put in
Him
job
want get paid. So all if them are treat you like doodle.
I don't think so. It's like that. So it's here to help us. And then one, oh my Lord.
He's there to talk to us.
Alright. Stop. Try to take a good picture of this now.
Yes, please send it so we can be excused.
My bag has made up something. I think this will come out good, but alright.
And that's him do sexual done. When can't answer me.
You know, I just choose not to have any idle talk, so that's why I'm not answering.
Idle? Sir, I think it's, sir, why am I paying so much money and it's my internet and my electricity? And I'm sure Zoom don't cost so much money. Tell me. That's not idle talk.
928-5070. The number goes up to 1. You can ask operator to transfer you to those persons.
Hey, we're supposed to send the group or you? I just send it to you.
Sent it to me just now?
Yeah, I sent it.
All right, thanks. It just came in.
Try to make it as neat as possible.
Dawn and Sheldon, Miss
Yeah,
is asking if you're on Canvas now.
Sir, is it okay?
I don't know. I'm trying to email it to myself so I can
What's the next part asked us to do, sir, after the
the frequency polygon. The frequency polygon.
Okay. Hey. Perfect. Sorry, can I use freehand to do the polygon?
Not in straight lines.
Straight lines?
So mine is off, so
No problem.
I
You
have
can
to
send.
get some more practice. No, sorry, it rough up. It can't send.
I see I'm way, man. Same way. Yeah, you don't know, you don't know where you're gonna get wrong or right, so the mark, you know, where you get wrong, you can, always pick up.
No, my mind totally off.
You can always pick up and work on it. But yes, any man, and point out the mistakes, and you don't make the same mistake again.
Well, that is true. Let me send it.
Oh. All right, so I'm gonna stop share here and share my
So I'm gonna
screen.
send the frequency polygon. What else it asks us to do?
All right, can you see? Can you see what is happening here? Can you see the screen, by the way?
Yes, I can see the screen, but don't mind one camera, guys.
All right, so let me just point out some stuff. So for every graph that you plot must have a title. So your graph must be titled. All right. So this is why I wanted to see even one graph. Your graph must be titled. If you don't have a title for your graph, you'll be losing a mark for it. All right.
An example of a name would be?
You tell me, look at what the question says. If the question talk about Form 4 students, of whatever Form 5 students, form histogram showing Form 4 students, of just a synopsis of one sentence of what the histogram is representing. Just as I told you that whenever you do a table, your table must have a title. All tables must have a title. You can't just put a table like that and don't give a narrative for what the table is representing. All right.
Sorry.
Anybody picks it up knows exactly what it is.
Sir, could I say the histogram showing points of class of is it 4 Form 4 students quiz?
Or histogram showing marks obtained by Form 4 students in a mathematics quiz. Oh, that's so.
When we turn it into the
Say, could I enlarge it from a can't see?
So would the title remain if when we turn it to frequency polygon, it would still be histogram?
And then if you have the frequency polygon on it, because I would say to you, using the same graph and same axes, plot a frequency polygon to the stuff, you're going to have histogram and the frequency polygon showing, because it's two things on the graph paper. So you could say histogram and frequency polygon showing the marks obtained by Form 4 students. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But it must be stated R. So that's number one. Let me just check your scale. Can you all see the? Uh, can you all see? The other
Yes,
thing
sir.
is that the pencil is. I particularly don't like the red graph papers, and from I was going to high school, I boycotted the red graph papers. So if you're purchasing graph papers, I'm going to ask you to do the green, the blue, or the orange. The red one does not show as much, and as a
Okay,
Can
matter of
I just
orange.
can I just find it on the internet? Don't they have them?
no, Dion.
Why they don't have them on the internet? Here what? Gabby, take a picture of one that you have and send it to me.
Yeah, and you see what this look right now? My phone camera really bad.
All
But
right. So
I
We
the red.
have somebody.
all right. So what is happening here now? So let me go. Let
Turn
me
and go.
go.
Let me see.
Say it again, Ishmael.
I go on the x-axis so I can see.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm looking at now, Papa. So she went up by 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Okay, so our x-axis is good. All right, and she labeled it as frequency, and then all right, so she has what? 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90,
Oh,
100.
this by 20, 20, 40, 60.
All right, so what I would have done is for this box here would be 1 to 20.
Okay.
All right. Okay,
So I
it's
like
all
to do
right.
it like that, so when I do it like that, it can be more accurate. You don't
Okay.
make the mistake.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, so that is that. Let me check now. So that one is going to be 19. Then that other one is going to be 43. Is it 43?
Yes, sir. 19 and 43.
And then 65, 68.
68, sir. Then 86.
And then that's it. I'm just checking the values there is. And then 100. Really? No, hold on there.
Sorry.
Yes, please.
Yeah, sorry to disrupt the calculation. And you said what on where you what would you do instead for the bottom part for the y-axis? Okay, that's
According
all.
to your Gabby, this graph is incorrect here, ma'am. I don't know why it is that you're using a cumulative frequency to plot the graph. You're supposed to be using the frequency.
To plot it. Okay, sir.
Not the cumulative frequency, but the frequency, please. It's not a cumulative frequency curve that you're doing. You're doing a histogram. So this graph is incorrect. So you'd have gotten with this graph, maybe you'd have gotten 1 mark
Yep, just for the axes
just
and
for the axes because
yep.
the whole graph is incorrect. Can you see why the graph is incorrect, guys? I just had to switch over to the data to find out exactly what happened.
No, tell us,
Yeah.
son, tell us.
I was using the frequency.
You're
Yeah,
supposed to be using the frequency. What
I
she
Right.
thought
used was
I
the
made a mistake.
cumulative frequency.
I thought I made an error with
But
the
mine's spoiled.
frequency. So you say only use the cumulative frequency when you're doing that? The
The
cumulative
No,
frequency.
no, you're supposed to be using the frequency.
Yeah, but you said only use
When you're doing
the
a cumulative frequency curve,
curve.
then you use the cumulative frequency.
oh, when you
If they don't take cumulative frequency, then just use the frequency.
When you're doing a histogram, it's going to be the range and the frequency.
Please put that in notes.
No, ma'am, I won't.
So how are we going to know?
This is a part of the $300,000 that you pay.
No, no, sir. No. That's why you have to write it and tell me.
No, ma'am, I'm very sorry.
Text it.
Okay.
Sir, you're going, you're going like say you never go to school and you did disgruntled with certain little things. COVID come, them not supposed to charge you so much.
Yeah, but if I were to speak the truth, it's a turn off when I hear
All right, no
conversations
bother,
like
no
that.
bother.
Yeah, when I hear conversations like that, it's almost an ungrateful statement. I mean, for the energies that I know I put into this group, if I were a different person, I'd just drop everything and say, you know what, leave them alone. Them want to do them do it. Them don't want to do for them business. It's the comments,
All
and this is
right,
why I did not say
sir.
anything. It's
Okay, sir. It's
unfortunate.
not about you.
It's not.
Okay.
Hello. I am not Excelsior Community College. When I leave Excelsior walls will still stand up.
Exactly. So, sir, you know that you work hard, and we know that. I
Yeah,
know
but
that.
I'm
So why
saying
are you taking it onto yourself?
because I'm a part of the process. I'm a part of the process. And when you speak like
Oh,
that,
okay, sir.
I I am a part of the process.
All right, sir.
So that's why I didn't speak, because I mean, it's regretted. But anyhow,
Sir, that's how I felt when you put me in the waiting room.
but it's the same way I felt when I said, Dion, stop speaking negatively. And you kept jeering me and you kept doing it, so I had to put you in timeout.
Okay, well, that's how I felt.
Okay.
You guys make up already?
You see, there's no love lost. Dion and I have always been like this back and forth, and I mean, I've had, well, she knows, but I just need to state my claim. And if it had been anybody else, I'd
Make
have said the
up
same thing. I'd
to
have said the same thing
break
too.
up, that's all we do. If
Yeah.
you love me, then you hate me. That's the game.
So yes, sir. So you said you
Oh,
want to do 2 minutes and prepare for the test.
Yeah, man, I am going to, but I need to. Shireen, did you send me your graph?
Because tell you the truth,
No,
sir.
sir. I'm going to do it over.
All right.
It's
Okay.
not ready.
It's not ready. All right.
Mm-mm.
So, you see, okay. So let me just wrap. Um, I wanted to see this graph because I want to make sure that you guys know what is happening. Already, I have been answering questions in the chat about, sir, me not knowing that I need to do X, Y, Z, so forth and so on. Um, in a nutshell, based on the, 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 the quiz that you guys did, the pop quiz that you guys did for me, some students didn't know about the what we call um, measures of central tendency, and did you know something other than what was expected. I'm going to ask that you look back at what it is that you're asked to do. I think I have overspent my time on this topic. When I leave this topic tonight, the next time you're seeing this topic is when you're getting your test. And then I've been moving into measures of dispersion. I'm going to start preparing my notes on measure of dispersion. Um, persons were not tallying, persons were not doing oh goodness, the tables correctly, and their frequencies were off. Remember, I gave you 50, and persons gave me a total frequency of about 48, 49. I don't know if I got a 45. The total frequency is supposed to be 50. I know one student gave me the frequency of 50, but gave me like a 3 for one and a 5 for the other one, when it's supposed to be 4 and 4. So 3 and 5 is 8, and 4 and 4 is still 8. So the student still got the 50. So that's why that student got the mean correctly. But the student lost a mark for not correctly detailing the figures. So I'm going to ask you to pay special attention on that. Your data, I need your, just as how I would have, stop share, just as how I would have included, new share, start share, just as how I would have included my marks here. I would expect you students to include your marks there. I don't want to see your marks being somewhere else that I have to look up and find it each up on a page up top or piece of the paper up top, and then I see your frequency detached from it. It must be neatly placed in a tabular form, right?
Question,
And
sir. Sir, so we're getting on for where we stop at. So is unit 1 to where we stopped for the test?
possibly,
Possibly.
but But so what is going to happen now is, so that's what I want to have happen. Double check for me your values when you do your calculation. Some students got their calculations incorrectly. One student only gave me the table and not one bit of calculation. This is unacceptable. The table alone give you like about 5 marks. I don't want that. I want you to go and practice how to calculate your mean, your mode, and your median. All right. You need to practice also your graph. All right. So it is important that you do what it is that you're supposed to be doing. What I will do for you, apart from the $300,000 that you're spending, I will go ahead and do a plot of this histogram and send it off to the group so that you can see how I expect you to do your graph.
You're not gonna go after that, don't.
Straight up.
And when it not apply to you, but
Bless your heart.
you have your notions in the ocean
Bless your heart.
about it.
The peace of the
Can you
Lord be
just
with you,
tell me?
Dion.
Yes, sir. Me just want you to tell me about the graph. Write it down for me, please. So I can read it. When I read it, it goes in my head.
All right. Bless your heart.
Yes,
Talk to you
sir.
guys. Take your time and go and do your preparation for the other
Thanks,
test.
sir.
Bless you. Take
All
care.
right.
Bye bye.
Thanks, sir.
Come on.
Take care.